Hi everyone, welcome to Burgess Fitness. Thank you for tuning in to watch our Flexibility Matters video on how to actively stretch through the trunk before exercise. Okay, so when I say the trunk, I'm specifically targeting here in these stretches all of the muscles around the lower back and what you call the lumbo-pelvic hip complex. So we're going to be trying to lengthen the top of the hamstrings where the origin points are. We're really going to be trying to focus in through the vertebrae and those areas that just generally feel stiff. So if you find that you struggle to extend your hips when you're squatting, or you find that it's difficult to engage your glutes when you're lunging, these exercises will be perfect for you. Or if you suffer sometimes generally with hamstring cramp and fatigue. So the first one is probably the world's most enjoyable stretch. I've never met a client who doesn't enjoy doing this one. So you're going to just tuck your heels in. You're going to just make sure you're in line with the back of your knees. So this is called a knee roll. You've probably seen or heard of it before. So my legs are going to go one way and my arm on the opposite side is going to go the other, which means I'm going to turn my head and lengthen through my neck as well. Okay. So just remember, of all of these stretches, we're going to be doing 1 to 2 sets of 10 reps. In today's video, I'm only going to do 1 set, just so that you guys get the idea. But if you do want to do 2 sets in any of these exercises, then feel free to throw it in. You just want to keep your tempo controlled the whole time and just make sure that you're increasing your range of movement every time you go in to each position. So try and keep the feet together, knees together, and try to keep both shoulders flat on the ground. That's really, really key. Can't emphasize that one enough. The head should also stay down. If you find that you need to sort of just exhale and breathe in and out, breathe out as you get into your end position. Take a little breath in before you move across, and just repeat. You do really want to make sure that the body stays relaxed and calm through each stretch, just so that you don't create too much tension in your muscles. That's very important. And we try and alleviate that at all costs. It will definitely be detrimental to improving your flexibility and lengthening the areas that we want to try and lengthen. So you should hopefully feel this working. You're also stretching out through your pectorals by opening up the chest and the arm, and a little bit through the side of the neck as well. So the sternocleidomastoid muscle, the levator scap, all of those muscles in the neck, which are really important to lengthen. So that's 10 reps on each side. Next up, you're just going to grab the knees. So just a little bit of hip flexion here. I want you to just basically roll through, sit up, make sure your legs are straight, and then reach forward. Okay, so if you can touch your toes, great. If you can't touch your toes, do not worry. Make sure your knees are coming right into your chest and just go as low as you can. So if that means you're touching your ankles, then so be it. If you can't touch your ankles and it's even higher, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're keeping the knees down. So there's different ways of doing this. I could go wider with my feet and go that way, which will target a little bit more the outside of the hamstrings. But actually it's an easier stretch and it takes a lot of the emphasis off the lower back. And actually I want you to put the emphasis on the lower back. So I prefer you just try and get your feet together and your knees together and stay in that narrow position. So I am fully aware that there's different ways of doing this stretch. If you're really flexible, you could even go around the outside and hold. Remember, you're looking for about 2 seconds on the end position on the hold. If you're like me and you're falling off your mat, just readjust. If you're tall, you're going to need obviously a little bit of space around you. And it is important as well just to tuck your chin in slightly, just to lengthen through the back of the neck as well. It does increase the stretch and almost like you get a little bit of a nerve stretch into the position as well, and just let your back round. So that's a really fairly basic stretch, but actually really effective. And for some of you, you're going to find that quite difficult. Because I know that we've got a whole mixture of people that watch our channel and our videos, I'm going to now just show you a bit more of an advanced stretch. I'm not expecting all of you to do this or even attempt it, but this is called the pancake stretch. And we're just going to go into a little bit of a run. So knees, your knees are coming into your chest. You're going to go over your head. Okay, start with the knees bent. Then you're just going to lengthen the back of one knee and then the other, keeping the hands flat. And then we're just going to be just alternating sides. So this is very advanced. We used to do this back in my combat days. It's a really great stretch for the lower back, really gets into the sacroiliac joint. Lengthens the hamstrings as well. Can be quite uncomfortable. When you're going for 10 reps, it will feel like quite a long time, but we will be moving a bit quicker on this one. And again, you should be increasing your range, trying to keep your hips up the whole time. You're trying to stay pretty square as well, so try not to like rotate too much to one side. So I said this is a little bit quicker, we're nearly finished. So that's rep number 9 on each side for me. Don't be surprised if you feel it even just crossing over your knee. So that's stretching all that ligament tissue. When you finish, bend both knees and just let yourself just roll gently back into your end position. And there you go, guys. That's 3 great stretches to actively stretch through the trunk before exercise. Thank you again for watching today's video. I hope all of the information that you've seen has made sense. If you have any related queries, please do not hesitate to get in touch at any time. I look forward to seeing you all again soon.